Morning, everybody. Today's video is a very unique video, a video I normally don't do, but under the circumstances, I think it deserves a little celebration. A lot of things have been happening over the past year, and I should say almost year, and I've brought myself up from the very bottom to where I need to be now. I still got a ways to go from where I want to be, but I'm now where I need to be. I'm not going to go into absolute detail, only to state the following. Somebody that once was very close to me took something, or should I say, someone very special from me. And that someone was my daughter. My daughter is almost 5 years old. And because this other person wanted somebody younger and decided to listen to her family, I went through a great loss. Since then, I've progressed in life in ways that most people that know me didn't think was possible. I brought myself from the absolute lowest form of depression to where I am now, which is about midpoint. I don't know if you can see this or not, am a contractor for Northern Lights, Northern Light Healthcare Hospitals statewide, state of Maine. And recently I also signed on with CNL Aviation at the airport. And I still am employed by Triumph ProClean at night, work the overnights. So as you can see, being a contractor for two very major places, plus working my normal job during the overnights, I've made myself, how should I say this, available. It's not about the money, actually. It's not about the money. Money, doesn't matter how you count it. At the end of the day, that money doesn't mean anything, and I'm going to explain why. At the end of the day, all the money in the world is not going to give me back what I lost, my daughter. I could have $1.25 in my account, or I could have 125 million. It's not going to buy my daughter. Nothing buys children. And for those who have that notion, you need to wake up. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Children are not tools. You don't just throw a handful of money in somebody's hand and say, okay, give me my kid. You don't do that. But that's not what this is about. This video is about me progressing in life, going in directions that most people never thought I would go. My specialty is building homes. I can build a home on my own 5, maybe 6 months, maybe slightly longer. And I always do the same technique. I'll put my studs 16 off center. That's my trademark. But I've learned over the past year, or close to a year now, that what's important to me is my daughter. That's the only thing that's important to me. Recently, I went through court battles and proceedings and hearings and everything you can imagine. This time around, I won. The battle's not over. You see, as my daughter's biological father, regardless of where she's with or who she's with, she's still my daughter. And I'm going to fight to the last breath to hold my daughter one more time. Now, this video and other future videos regarding this video is not meant for my former. It's not meant for her or her family or friends or associates. Since she's done what she's done, and since she's blocked me, she wants nothing to do with me, she has no expectations of watching this video or any other video. I want to make that crystal clear. Somebody who's blocked me and taken everything from me It doesn't want anything to do with me. Shouldn't be watching my damn videos. It's a contradiction. And I'll fight that all the way to the Supreme Court. Based on the United States constitutional freedom of speech and freedom of uncensored press, I make this video, and it's protected under such because I'm expressing my emotions, my feelings, and my opinions. I'm not mentioning names. I'm not mentioning addresses. I'm not mentioning work, home, schooling, anything like that. I'm only stating what's inside this little heart of mine. And people that watch this video, if you are a dad and you've lost your child, whether it's through separation from a relationship, whether it's through divorce, God forbid, whether it's through death, keep this video, save it someplace. Because in the future, I'd like you to review this video. Everybody says, well, just move on. It's going to get better. Don't worry, it will get better. Don't tell us that. If you've never been in our shoes, you've never experienced the pain, the hurt, the frustration, the sadness, the anger, the depression, all of that, you don't know what we feel. You can assume what we feel. You can think, okay, this person must feel like that. But if you don't know, don't throw that in our faces because you couldn't be further from the truth. These pains of losing our children doesn't go away over days and weeks and months. These pains are a lifetime, and they last a lifetime. Don't insult us in our intelligence by saying, don't worry, it's going to get better. Until we get our kids back, it's never going to get better. This fucking nightmare goes on for eternity. Now, contracting through Northern Light healthcare system, hospitals statewide, state of Maine, and being part of CNL Aviation Corporation, working at airports. I think I know what I'm doing because you don't get these credentials for not knowing what you're doing. So as far as finances go, oh, believe me, I will be far better off than most people that I've ever met in my entire life. My finances are going to roll in and they're going to turn over the bank accounts like this. Do you realize how much money the average contractor gets? But it's not about that. It's about me getting a home, property, a vehicle that's new, not somebody's garbage vehicle or trade-in. And I am going to petition to get my daughter back. And I will get my daughter back, one way or another. You see, I'm no longer a puppet to a governmental system that seems to dictate everything we do. I love my country and I'd give my life for my country, but I despise the United States government. And I'll say that right on video. I hate the United States government because every time you earn a $20 bill, them little morons want $15 of it. What the hell? Get a job, government. Stop playing dictator. I don't think the Constitution was designed to give you, the government, power over me, the United States citizen. I think it was made the other way around. And people start researching that, you'll see that's actually a true statement. The Constitution was made to give us control of our government. For us to say, this is our constitutional right, we're going to enforce it, and you're not going to take that away from us. But who am I? I'm just one person with a voice. That's stated as an opinion. What this video is about is just telling people that I'm stepping up in life. I'm no longer a puppet to a governmental dictatorship. I never will be again. I would never bow down to a government. And I remember when they come up with this COVID, the vaccines. Well, you are mandated to take the vaccine. Really? I'm mandated? You're going to tell me I'm going to put a foreign object in my body and not know what the hell it's all about. Fuck you. That's never going to happen. No, I'm not a dictator. I'm not a puppet. I'm not a little toy you can just wind up and let go on the floor. Screw your notions about control. I control my life. Period. Now, Gun control. We had a mass shooting here in the state of Maine where some nutcase decided to go out and blow away 16, 18 people, whatever it was. Unfortunately, that happened. Unfortunately, it took place. But does that mean the guns are the danger or the fucking people behind the guns? This country is so whacked, it's not even funny. Everybody says, we live in the best country in the world. Are you fucking kidding me? We used to be. The only thing this country leads in, economic depression, the most housed inmates in the world, the worst governmental control presidents that we've ever elected. We have a president now, Joseph Biden, supposedly a president, who stands at a fucking podium and says, I forgot why I was here. Come on. We're not the best country in the world. God knows we used to be. That's not the case anymore. People like me who work my ass off 6 days a week are laughed at by the government. But they sure dig into our pockets when it comes to tax season. Taxation this, taxation this, taxation this, taxation that. By the time we get our tax return, a third of it's gone in taxes. For those who smoke cigarettes, I smoke cigarettes by the way, you know that statistically, on a national level, one pack of brand name cigarettes, I'll even name the brand, Marlboro, is about $3.15 a pack. All the other cost on that pack, which makes it $9, $10, $12, $14 a pack, is pure taxes. Research it. You're paying taxes out your ass and don't even realize it. Every time you buy a pack of cigarettes, you're putting about a $10 bill in the government's pocket. Why? Taxation without representation. And that's a true statement. This video is almost 13 minutes long, and I just want to wrap it up by saying that I bring myself up in this world. I'm no longer your puppet or anybody else's puppet. I don't believe in the government, I don't believe in the system, and I will never have faith in either one of them again. I strongly advise you to feel the same way. And if you don't, take a look at the president we elected, Joseph Biden. He can't even remember where he's at 90% of the time. And you people think he's controlling this country? Look behind the scenes to all the aides that help him. They're controlling this country. He can't even read a teleprompter until he forgets what he's talking about. Trump may have been an ass, but he had this country at mind and he had you at mind. Think about that.